Sam Elliott was born on August 9, 1944, in Sacramento. His childhood looked ordinary from the outside. A hard-working father employed by the California Department of Fish and Game, and a caring mother who kept the home steady. Yet, like many families of that era, emotions were rarely spoken aloud. His father, Henry Nelson Elliott, believed deeply in practical work and stability. Acting, in his eyes, was uncertain and unrealistic. Young Sam grew up wanting approval he rarely heard expressed. When the family moved to Portland during his teenage years, the quiet distance between father and son grew even more noticeable. Sam was tall, thoughtful, and unsure where he belonged. But in the forests and open landscapes around him, he found calm. Those quiet moments in nature would later shape the calm, grounded presence audiences would recognize decades later. A dream that refused to fade. During his time at the University of Oregon, Sam began to feel something stronger than uncertainty, a calling toward acting. Western films and powerful performances had always captured his imagination. They didn't just entertain him, they felt truthful. When he told his father about this dream, the response was not encouragement. His father believed success came from steady careers, not uncertain artistic pursuits. Sam briefly tried to follow a more traditional path, and later attended Clark College, even working jobs like land surveying. But the pull toward acting never faded. Some dreams are quiet, yet persistent, returning again and again, no matter how often they're set aside. Eventually, Sam accepted something important. Ignoring this calling would not make it disappear. The only honest path forward was to try. The leap toward Hollywood. In the mid-1960s, Sam made a decision that would change everything. He moved to Los Angeles with little more than determination. Hollywood at that time was not kind to newcomers, especially those who didn't fit a specific image. Sam was different from the typical leading man of the era. He had a deep voice, a quiet intensity, and a rugged appearance that didn't match the industry's expectations. Work came slowly. He appeared in small commercials, including one for Chevron, and took odd jobs waiting tables and parking cars just to survive. Each audition felt like a step forward and a reminder of how uncertain the journey was. Still, he kept showing up. Many actors leave when success takes too long. Sam stayed, believing that patience might eventually open a door. Years of almost success. The late 1960s and early 1970s were filled with small roles that kept Sam working, but rarely brought recognition. He briefly appeared in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, sharing the screen with legends like Paul Newman and Robert Redford, though few viewers noticed him at the time. Television became his main stage, with appearances in shows such as Gunsmoke and Mission: Impossible. Each role was brief, often forgotten quickly by audiences. For many actors, this stage of a career can feel discouraging. Yet these experiences quietly strengthened Sam's skills. He learned how to hold a scene with calm confidence and how to make small moments feel authentic. What seemed like ordinary work was actually preparing him for something bigger. A personal loss that stayed with him. In 1970, Sam received news that would mark him deeply. His father passed away. Henry Nelson Elliott never lived to see his son succeed in Hollywood. For years, Sam had hoped to prove that acting was not just a dream, but a real career. Losing his father before that moment arrived left a quiet ache. He rarely spoke publicly about this loss, but when he did, it was clear the absence stayed with him. Many people carry similar stories. The wish that someone important could witness the life we eventually build. For Sam, this loss did not stop his journey. Instead, it strengthened his determination to keep going. Success might arrive slowly, but he would be ready when it did. A love story, built on patience. One of the most important chapters of Sam's life began with Catherine Ross. They first met while working on Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, though their connection would not fully grow until years later while filming The Legacy. Catherine was already well known for films like The Graduate. Their relationship developed slowly, away from the spotlight that often surrounds Hollywood couples. In 1984, they married and welcomed their daughter, Cleo Rose Elliott. Their home in Malibu became a quiet refuge from the busy industry. Over the decades, their marriage remained strong, something rare in a profession known for constant change. For Sam, this relationship became a steady foundation that mattered far more than fame. The moment the world noticed. By the late 1980s, audiences finally began to recognize Sam's presence. His role as Wade Garrett in Roadhouse brought him wide attention. The film's energy and action made it memorable, but Sam's calm authority stood out. Viewers started asking the same question: who is that actor? Soon after, he continued to build his reputation through roles that highlighted his authenticity. By the time he appeared in Tombstone as Virgil Earp, his place in the Western genre felt natural. Acting alongside Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, Sam brought a grounded presence that balanced the film's dramatic moments. After years of waiting, Hollywood finally began to see what had been there all along: a career built on authentic presence. Unlike many actors who rely on dramatic performances, Sam's strength came from authenticity. His deep voice and steady demeanor gave every character a sense of reality. Directors often cast him when they wanted a scene to feel believable. He didn't need flashy moments to stand out. Simply being present, calm, thoughtful, and sincere was enough. Over time, this approach built a reputation stronger than sudden fame. Viewers trusted his characters because they felt genuine. This quality helped him move comfortably between films, television, and narration. The voice that once made him different eventually became one of his most recognizable qualities. Recognition after decades of work. One of Sam's most celebrated performances came in A Star is Born, directed by Bradley Cooper and co-starring Lady Gaga. As Bobby Maine, Sam portrayed an older brother carrying deep concern and quiet regret. His performance earned nominations from major award organizations, including the Academy Awards and Golden Globe Awards. For many viewers, it felt like a long overdue acknowledgement of his talent. What made the role powerful was its emotional restraint. Sam communicated complex feelings through subtle expressions and silence. It was proof that the quiet acting style he had practiced for decades could move audiences just as deeply as dramatic speeches. Continuing the journey. Even after decades in the industry, Sam never stopped working. His role as Shay Brennan in 1883 brought a new generation of viewers to his performances. The character carried grief and resilience, qualities Sam portrayed with remarkable depth. Critics praised the performance and audiences connected with the character's strength. At an age when many actors step away from demanding roles, Sam continued to approach his work with the same dedication he had in his early years. His performances remind viewers that experience often adds depth rather than limitation. The life beyond the screen. Away from cameras, Sam's life remains quiet and grounded. He still lives in Malibu with Catherine Ross. Their decades-long marriage is often described as one of Hollywood's most enduring relationships. Sam enjoys simple routines, walking along the coast, reading, and spending time with family. Those who meet him often describe him as thoughtful and attentive, someone who listens carefully before speaking. The calm authenticity audiences see on screen is not an act. It is simply who he is. A legacy of patience and integrity. The story of Sam Elliott is not just about acting. It is about patience, resilience, and staying true to oneself. His career shows that success does not always arrive quickly. Sometimes it grows slowly through years of effort and belief. Today, his voice, presence, and performances have become part of cinema history. Yet the most remarkable part of his story may be the quiet life he built beyond the spotlight. It reminds us that authenticity and perseverance can shape a legacy stronger than fame alone.